What's up, everyone? I'm here with Raj and Anish, and we are hanging out in New York City, and they're telling me that you guys out in India want us to come, so I'm promising that we will come to India. I just don't know when. We'll make sure it happens soon.
But a few years later, everything changed.
The 41-year-old LinkinPark singer was found dead.
This was the day we lost one of the most powerful voices of our generation, Chester Bennington. He gave a voice to pain that was difficult to explain. Chester wasn't just a talented musician, he was honest.
This is like a bad neighborhood, you know what I mean? And I should not go walking alone.
He was honest about mental health at a time nobody was really talking about it.
I don't know if anybody out there can relate, but I have a hard time with life.
And a lot of people related to that. He became the role model for many teenagers because so many people saw themselves in him.
The one thing that can't be defeated is love.
And after his death, LinkinPark couldn't continue as he was too impossible to replace. But in late 2024, LinkinPark did the impossible. They announced a new lead singer, Emily Armstrong. Fast forward to 2025. LinkinPark announces their tour at Lollapalooza, India, Mumbai. Fans go crazy, and that's where my story begins. It was raining non-stop in Bangalore. I had a heavy fever for almost 2 weeks.
El río fluye, nunca solo está, solo está. El río fluye, nunca solo está, no solo está.
I get a call from my school friend. I answer the call. He tells me about the LinkinPark show. I just told him, book it right now without even asking the price. Later, I got to know that ticket was 7,000 rupees plus GST. Anyways, few days later, they announced another show in Bangalore, and that's when reality hit. I was already in Bangalore, but my ticket was for Mumbai. I kind of felt bad initially. As the days went on, second thoughts crept in. I seriously considered bailing at one point because I haven't booked my flight, I haven't booked my stay, and I got no confirmation from my friend. For a moment, it kind of felt stupid. Why travel to Mumbai for a concert that was literally happening in Bangalore? 1 hour later, I get a text. It's from the same friend. Full energy, full excitement, and honestly, that one call was more than enough. I told my second thoughts to fuck off, book the flight, and cut. At the airport, I saw something different. I started noticing people in LinkinPark t-shirts, a lot of them. In fact, I met an elderly couple who were in their late 50s who told me they just came for the band from Bangalore. And that is when I realized that this is not just a concert, this is something else. I almost passed out because I hadn't eaten anything all day except for a vada pav in the morning. The moment they opened with Castle of Glass and then Somewhere I Belong, nothing mattered. Not the hunger, not the travel, not the fever. But everything slowed down for a moment. And that's when I started noticing the details. I saw older people in the crowd, parents with their children on their shoulders, people who had grown up with this music, standing right next to each other. Somewhere in that moment, it became clear what music actually does. Music brings people together across age, across language, across culture. In fact, there was this beautiful moment on stage where people offered gamusa to Emily and Mike and they accepted it. Gamusa is a traditional Assamese cloth. It's a symbol of respect, pride, and cultural identity for the people in Assam. It's offered as a gesture of honor. To see such a thing happening in the middle of a global rock concert felt so good. And for me personally, it feels like my life has come full circle. Started years ago waiting for their MP3s to download and then started listening to their songs and all these streaming platforms and then standing there watching them live felt so good. Growing up, there were so many times where I felt completely alone. I often felt like neither my friends or my parents understood why I was doing what I was doing. I tried explaining it, but I couldn't. When I put my headphones on, their lyrics didn't just make sense, they made me feel seen. They put words to the pain I couldn't explain. Standing in that crowd, singing those songs back was proof that I made it through the hard times. The younger version of me who felt lost and isolated would have dreamt of coming here, and that night I attended for the both of us.